Yeah, I don't know what the fucking. Well, is this the best way to start it with me going? With me sound like an idiot. All right. Hello. That's.
Yeah,
I don't. I
that's how
don't
you
even.
do it.
Yeah, I don't even like just put. Just even the initial recording going. Hello, guys. What's good? Is really aggravating as well. All right.
You have a very good voice for recording things. I think you're aware of that. I think you'll be fine.
I I'm somewhat aware of that, but just I hear that my voice is very smooth and relaxing apparently, but like listening
It
back to the
is
audio is just like I feel like I'm stuttering half the words I'm saying.
it is very smooth. It's very bass, and it's fantastic for what you do. It's very clear when you record the videos and you've kind of like had the little speeches in them that like it's like, oh shit, this is smooth. All right, I can hear the nervousness now.
Yeah.
I can hear it. It's a little bit less smooth right now, but
Yeah.
I think you'll be okay.
It's because I'm usually reading off a script when I do those things. I just write down shit to read off,
Clearly.
and then I do
Hey,
multiple takes. Yeah.
Hey, how about this for an opening salvo question?
All right.
Um, what is your name?
Oh, well,
Nice to meet you.
that is true. All right. My name is John J. You can just call me Jay since you already know it, John. Eye patch wolf, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of Johns. There's many,
Yeah,
many Johns.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah. You just call me Jay.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So
Nice to meet
time
you,
to.
Jay.
Nice to meet you too, Woolie. This is the first time we're talking, and like honestly, it is a bit weird. After so long of just hearing you guys talk, now I'm talking directly to you.
Yeah, but you animated some rad shit, and it's awesome. So hey, let's talk.
Well, yeah. Well, good segue to why we're recording this, as what's on screen right now. Guess
Be
what?
straight honest. Be brutally honest about it.
Straight honestly, the reason I'm recording this with Wooly is because I'm making an animation. This on screen right now isn't a digital painting of some elaborate landscape. As you can see, it's it's a frame of animation. I'm making this big elaborate animation of demon souls, and it's going directly to my YouTube channel. And I was thinking this has a lot of potential to get a lot of views, as it is demon souls a very hot topic right now, and animations usually get a lot of views on YouTube anyway. And
Also, the style is fucking gorgeous.
thank you, I appreciate that honestly, because this is I when I was animating the Tony Hawk animation, it was just drawing the helmet and the knee pads and the pants and the shorts. It was very tiring, and now I'm straight up doing a full digital painting of this knight character. I've probably drawn him 100 times, and it is graining, to be honest. But anyway,
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, it's from what I can see, the amount of detail you're putting into it does not usually. You don't usually animate something with that much detail on each frame. So, when you do, it's like I have tons of respect for that because it's very difficult to do.
yeah, it is. Well, it's not really difficult because I understand all the concepts. Well, actually, let's go back to why we're recording this first. Actually, I should probably finish that.
Yeah, sure.
The reason I'm making this animation, it's very tough. I'm very much a struggling person. I deserve all the attention. Um, I am making this animation. It's going to my YouTube channel. But if I were to finish this animation and upload it to YouTube, and it gets a lot of views, and I can't monetize it at all, it'd be a lot of it'd be a lot of potential money down the drain. And that just seems like a complete loss for no reason. So, in an effort to try to monetize my YouTube channel, I am recording this podcast thing with Wooly, and hopefully he'll bring enough viewers over to my
The man
small.
he's trying to get the bump so that he can get monetization going on the channel so that this cool project can actually do something
Yes.
and help out, and it's a pretty good reason. And yeah, I'm here for it. If you need anything, if you need me to lend my power, if I can be a name and voice that people will be like, hey, I know that person, let me click on that link, then this is a good and noble cause, and I'm in support of it. Also, I got to see a sneak peek at where this animation is going, and it's fucking sick. It's super cool. um, yeah, I like it, it's hard to. I don't want to obviously give away anything too much before it's actually ready to show. So like you're gonna, I guess, just work on like a couple frames while we're at this.
Yeah, I had a couple walking animation frames ready to just work on when we got to doing this. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna be working on this in the background while we talk and all that.
So I guess like off the jump, you said like the this kind of, you just kind of referred to it as a knight character. So is that not in fact the Slayer of Demons?
Yes, it is from Demon Souls. It's for Vati Vidya is doing a contest for just doing a piece of art about the Northern Limits, the cut content from Demon Souls 1 or Demon Souls.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, hey, I'll do an animation for it. That'll be easy. And I thought, hey, well, I'll make this animation, but I'll do it like every frame's a painting, because I don't really like doing line art. Line art's really boring and dull to me. I prefer doing digital painting. And then I started this, and then I started plotting out what would happen in this animation, and then before I knew it, this was 3 minutes long. I don't know if you ever animated anything, but drawing
I
something.
have.
You have?
Yes, I have. Animation was definitely not only part of my like um, education and schooling and stuff, but I had a few like 2D and 3D animations from way back in the day. So I know I know the labor, I know the pain.
How long were those usually?
So not long at all. I want to say honestly like straight complete animation, probably the longest thing was like I would do like maybe 1 or 2 minutes, for like a particularly long thing. Traditional animation, I think the longest thing I've ever done was about like no, it was less than 45 seconds. I did like about 30 seconds of a character, my one of my OCs skydiving from a plane, and it was pretty much for animation class. And yeah, we just had to show off like that we had learned animation principles. So I did like 30 seconds of um squash and stretch and proper keyframing, and you know um kind of like blending properly and kind of showing off our methods, whether we decided to go with like Toon Boom at the time or just traditional paper. It was up to
Mhm.
us. But yeah, Toon
Uh,
Boom.
yeah, I know that. That was more of a recent thing. I didn't know it was that old. I mean, no offense, no offense. Just
No,
realized
no,
that.
no. I mean, Toon Boom was around in the early 2000s. I mean, it was is I don't know exactly when it first came out, but like I know that I know it's still relevant, and I know it's like the company has switched hands a couple times. It's a bit of like a kind of like 3 Studio Max, like before Autodesk was Autodesk. It was discrete logic, and like they just originally had a program that was not even called Max, but it was just called the 3D Studio, and you ran it in DOS. So there's a lot of these programs have like legacy versions going way back to whatever. But yeah, that original version of Toon Boom was really handy because it allowed for onion skinning. You know, it allowed you to which was basically just previewing the frame before and after with a slightly um with the opacity kind of like, yeah, well, there you go, exactly. That's it was called onion skinning back then.
It still is.
Yeah,
It's onion skin. Yeah,
and you wore the onion on your belt because it was the style at the time. Put the onion skin there, and yeah. Where was I going? Oh yeah. Anyway, Toon Boom.
yeah. So like by traditional animation, do you mean actual paper and pencil, or just like drawing every frame?
Yeah, I did both. So I did paper and pencil as well. Um we got like a little it was kind of like basically like a 3-hole punch.
Yeah.
imagine an inverted three-hole punch, right? It's just a piece of plastic with like the bumps on it, and you kind of stack a huge stack of paper on top of that to kind of hold everything together. So it was almost like a binder without the actual binder part. And then you just kind of would like it was set up so that you could quickly pull sheets off and on, and then put the excuse me, put like three or four different sheets in between your fingers, and like do the previewing gesture where you kind of fan the frames together and stuff. So yeah, we I was kind of working with that stuff back in the day by hand.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of stuff in an anime that recently came out called Isoken. It's a bunch of
Mm.
school girls just wanting to make an anime and all that, and it's really actually in depth with the animation project process. It's pretty good. I have no even reference. You've been recommended it before, but usually it's just like it's about these three girls that they're so cute and adorable. They just want to make anime and they're so cute and adorable.
What's
But
it called?
Isoken. Keep your eyes off of Isoken. No, no. Keep your hands off of Isoken.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
Um,
good.
where did you ever do like traditional pen and paper animation as well? Like what'd you start with?
I never did pen and paper. Like honestly, I recently just started doing hard animation this year. I mean, before I did a couple stick figure animations on this old website called Do Ink, which is Doink kind of. But I think
Hmm.
the website kind of just vanished into like some kind of iPhone application or something.
So you're doing these Castle Super Beast animations, and this is your first year doing animation. Period.
Well, first well, besides stick figures, is kind of, yeah, this is kind of jumping into it. That's why the first animation, the Soda Hustle, a lot of mistakes that happen in there, like going off model and just really lazy animation that doesn't make
I
any
mean,
sense.
that's still really incredible. Like, obviously, it goes without saying that's really really high quality stuff for someone who's fairly new at this. I didn't realize that you had just started. Wow. Okay.
I
And I
I
mean,
I am pretty good, quick at picking stuff up, but I think it might just be because animation is just another like this is a space skill tree of just learning to draw, and then from there you could go to 3D modeling, animation, or general CGI, whatever bullshit. But it's just kind of another leg of drawing, really, just something that extends from the base of drawing.
yeah, totally. No, it really is. Learn to draw. Now learn to draw a lot. Now you're animating.
Learn,
um
learn to draw in space, understand where this character is standing here and this character is going to move through here and all that, and the lighting. It's drawing is actually a lot of details, bullshit.
Of course, and if you're going to take steps, make sure that the movement and the weight of each step is properly calculated, and make sure that when your horse is galloping, that each muscle is properly moving, and so on and
Our
so forth.
horse.
Yeah,
I,
that's the old traditional animation start
that's
is like
that's that's the throwing you into the deep end and saying, all right, you want to animate a horse running. First,
Well, it's also because like that was the first ever and it's the first ever captured animation frames of like ever, I believe, was like a I forget how many frames it was. It might have been like I don't want to throw a number out there because it's going to be wrong, but like one of the first ever animations was a horse actually. So like that kind of just continued.
that like a film animation or like,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. On
because
film.
I think that, well, I would say the first animation was like, I, I don't know if it's actually an ancient thing, but I know like there was this thing where people would draw stuff on cards and then they'll put it on this wheel and they'll spin the wheel. And then
Mm,
through the spinning of the wheel, you see the drawing at different times and it looks like it's moving.
right. Right. Right.
I would say
Yeah.
those are the first animations.
True. Yeah, no, yeah. Like I mean, basically, I, I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's some kind of tradition with frames of a horse running. End of story.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, like so, like I mean, so when did you like pick up drawing? I guess how long have you been?
That
You
is
know.
actually a video that I wanted to make later, but I could go over it right now because it's it feels like I have an advantage over everyone, but I don't think I did because I got into drawing because my dad is a tattoo artist.
Cool.
So I grew up with a fucking house. Well, there's a house with paper and pencils, and I would when I was growing up, I would go to my dad's tattoo parlor and trace pictures on his light table. So I had all the building blocks to become a great artist.
Hell yeah. Okay. And you had a light table as well, which for animating is crucial. So that's actually like pretty key.
But here's the thing: my parents divorced, and I moved away. So most of my life, I lived away from my father, and I just continued learning to draw by myself. So like, while it seems I have this massive advantage over everyone, I mostly did actually just learn by myself.
Okay. So
Yeah,
so well, okay, hold on a second. How old are you?
I don't know if you want the answer to that question, Wooly. I don't know if you want to really know that.
I mean, I definitely had no clue based on your smooth recording, your smooth scripted voices before, but the way it sounds now, I'm guessing it's probably something unforgivably young.
I mean, what year did Resident Evil 2 come out?
I don't know. I'm not the RE guy.
I know, because I plan to make fun of Pat because of this. I was born in 1998, which means I am 22 years old.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
You hit the puberty hard. Yo.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Puberty fucking took you took a an uppercut to the throat. They
yeah.
okay. Wow. Are you one of those kids that was sitting in grade 7 with a full beard?
No, but I did have like a mustache in my last 2 or 3 years of high school. Also,
Jesus Christ.
one,
Okay.
I don't know what year it was, but we were doing the thing where at the beginning of the year you measure your heights, and then at school you measure your heights, and then
Uh-huh.
at the end of the year you do it again. I
Uh-huh.
think I grew like 7 or 6 inches one year.
Yeah. Okay. So I was right. Unforgivably young.
Yeah,
Got it. Got it.
I'm oh yeah. So getting into drawing, I've been, as I said, I grew away mostly separated from my father, and I did visit him occasionally, maybe once a year, and he would try to teach me some art stuff, but like at that time I was very I didn't pick up on anything he was telling me. I didn't because he was telling me to like plan the drawings first, like draw what you're gonna draw lightly, and then go over it with a lighter pen. But I was like, why would I do that when I could just draw? When I could just draw the thing? That's a waste of time, idiot. Then
Okay.
and then later in life, when I was at school, I saw this picture of of a simple drawing that just a plan, a gesture drawing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna draw that. Well, I drew that. I guess I'll finish it. Then from there, I just started learning how to make the foundation for each drawing, and this is
Okay. So
it.
you had the advantage like sort of there, but it wasn't one that you actually capitalized upon because like you didn't directly, like take lessons that much or anything like that. You kind of did it yourself.
Yeah, I mostly just like looked at pictures on the internet and then like learned from that. Eventually,
I guarantee.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I imagine though, like I guarantee you that like if you were around the shop at all, or like if you got to see like just kind of random bits of flash art that like he had around and stuff like that, like you definitely would have at least like seen things in progress and kind of got a better idea of like, oh, this is what it kind of looks like when something is like not magically complete.
Yeah,
Whereas when you're a kid and you watch like a cartoon, you're just like, it's magic. It's just fucking magic, you know?
yeah, I see it. I get it. Yeah, because I never really thought of like I heard a video today about some guy who thought that cartoons were real, and I I have no idea how anyone would think that growing up, but probably is because I just grew up around drawing and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the days when like early on in, um, when I like I understood how art worked and I understood how drawings worked, but I didn't understand how they could get rendered to a degree of like hyper detail, you know? Like I understood the concept of drawing lines and then coloring in the lines and making a shape or a person or a thing or whatever, but I couldn't understand like highlights, lowlights, shading. I couldn't understand looking at something that was either hyper photorealistic or um even fully detailed like the um more painterly kind of like comic art, the Alex Ross kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I remember just being like, but where are the edges on the drawing though? Where are the like where's the lines on the Batman cape? I don't like it was a huge kind of weird
Yeah.
thing for me to grasp at first. So, um, and I think like deliberately looking up like a lot of that process kind of made it make more sense. But I imagine there'd be a lot of kids that would kind of just not really understand the steps in between, and then it just kind of remains a magical mystery. So, learning that stuff at any point while you're still a kid will help you if you decide to try it yourself too.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's I mostly learned digital paint just from YouTube, just seeing people like Cynics and QBrush. I just saw these speed paints of this guy just doing a simple drawing, like well, not simple drawing, just a drawing like this, and then they'll just color it in, and then they'll do the shading, the like that.
Mm-hmm.
That it's just I'm. I don't know if this is a trait that I just have naturally, not to brag or anything. It's just a trait I have naturally, but I'm very perceptive. Like when I watch a speed paint video, I really pay attention to see how the image is made. I'm not just watching it to like see what's going on in the background. I just like, okay, to first he started with a simple gesture drawing, and then he started coloring it in. Well, actually, the way I saw the videos before is he would just make a outline of the body, like draw a lady, draw like her thighs and thighs, and then thighs and waist like that, and then he'll eventually start coloring it in, putting in with a light would be
Yes.
hitting it.
Yes. That method rules. I love drawing negatives. Sculpting forward
Yeah,
is it's awesome. I'm such a huge fan of it, and like my best looking stuff, the stuff that I'm not ashamed to show people, is stuff that I came from that style. So there's a particular medium called Scratchboard, and what it is you basically have a completely inked over board, and then there's a white layer underneath, and you take whatever tools you can, usually like metal. You can take anything from a penny to like a Brillo pad or just a little X-Acto even, and scrape away the ink to create different grays until you go at maximum strength and you get a clean white. Um, and just by sculpting from the darkness, by drawing the light in first instead of creating the boundaries, you can add, for some reason my brain just understands that better, and I'm able to pull shapes forward way easier than I am able to drop them into a bright empty space that is a canvas, you know.
interesting. Because
um yeah.
it's well, the way I do it is I just draw a figure, then I fill it in, and then I just do all that stuff. I do occasionally do that, but that's usually when I'm just doing dumb quick drawings. But it's interesting here how other people excel at drawing.
It for some reason, like I don't know, like I had been using Corel Painter, for a while, but like it was one of these things that like when I just switched over one time because I used Scratchboard, I did a couple things like that, and I was like, oh shit, this really works, because I was learning how to use like Conte and it's a bit like a charcoal, but it's much more tightly packed, and like I was kind of using my thumb to like spread it out and create these shades and things like that. And I remember just being like, okay, when you're doing this in a negative, like I did it digitally, and I switched to the eraser tool and kind of like erased a shape from a fully black canvas out of the dark, and then you kind of like kind of erased a skull forward, and then you kind of light like the highlights were of the cheeks, and then the forehead, because you know that's going to be the brightest. Then you know where the whites of the eyes are going to go, and then you're like, yeah, okay, like this is actually like, yeah, it just for some reason I was like, I can pull the details, like I can pull the bridge of the nose, and then like leave the areas that would be in shadow much easier, you know? And everything that like was kind of just a grayscale, like towards fading out, like the back of the going to the ears, or like little wisps of hair and things like that. Um, the fact that like you're pulling a shape out of the darkness meant that like whatever detail was not there yet meant that it still looked fairly believable. It's just that there was not enough lighting, you know?
Yeah.
So in a
It's,
way, it was almost like you're setting up lights on a thing sitting in the darkness, and that's how you were drawing.
yeah. It's in a very dark room and one bright light right above them.
Yeah, yeah. It was really. I was a big fan of that. Um. So, although, have you always drawn digitally? Like, I mean, like, as a kid, like, did you pretty much switch over to, like, like at an early age? Did you switch to digital drawing, like after you kind of picked up the basics from watching your dad stuff?
No, actually, all through high school, I was just drawing on paper and pencil. It wasn't until like a year after high school, which is like 2017, it's when I actually started drawing on the tablet. Though I did take some digital drawing class in high school my last 2 years. But yeah, mostly just started digitally painting in the last 5 years, I'd say.
Okay. What kind of tablet are you on?
Webcom Cintiq 2020.
Oh, you're on a Cintiq. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I used to do this Microsoft Surface Pro, but much better having a big screen because I just much more room, kind of.
Man, I
Yeah,
remember back in the day when like the Cintiq was like a super crazy luxury, and the Wacom products, like the thing was the Intuos was pretty much like what uh the Intuos was like, if you're not an insane super pro, you're kind of an amateur, but like you're putting some serious money down, you'd be like, oh shit, I got an Intuos, you know? Uh Otherwise it came down to, what was it? Um I forgot the name of their different products, but
Huey
like,
or Huey. There's a bunch of knockoff brands. Well, knockoff
no,
quote.
it was still Wacom. It was still Wacom,
Oh,
but there was like an in between level that was like much more well, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, um yeah, like I remember when I first no, wait, hold on. The Intuos was the small shit one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
never
yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
never
I
mind,
was
never
I was
mind. Okay.
confused. I was
No, no,
confused
no, no,
because
no,
the
no, no, no.
the Intuos is like the mouse pad you draw directly on, and you look at the screen while you draw.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
you're
No,
talking
okay,
about?
okay. So yeah, I remember like there was an Intuos. I got it for like $120, and it was a super basic shit one, really small box to draw in. Exactly, it was like a mouse pad. After like, if you press on it too hard, like it actually like damages the plastic covering, and like it was just not made for durability whatsoever. But then and then there was a bigger, more robust one that they sold, and then after that was the Cintiq level. But I don't remember what that middle level was. Anyway, it's
So
it's
also high
it's kind of.
school. I would say the best way to learn to draw is be bored during school.
Yep.
Because every single day I was just in class, sitting down and drawing. Also, uh, I would say a major advantage I have of learning to draw was that I was a loser. I didn't talk to anybody. I would go days without saying anything in school. I would just go to class, sit down, draw, do the work, draw, finish class,
Oh, a
go
lot of people
directly.
can relate to that.
Well, I'm not saying for pity's sake, like, oh, I'm a loser. I'm just like,
No,
it's kind of a
no, no.
joke.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, yeah, like you spend your time working on your art, and that was
Well, let me clarify. I'm not a loser as in like I couldn't make any friends. I was a loser as in I didn't talk. I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was just
we got it. You're a huge
oh
loser nerd.
Well,
you were completely worthless.
I haven't even talked about how I had long hair and
You're a
like I didn't.
pathetic loner, and it's everyone else's fault. Totally
Look,
got it.
look.
Understood.
I I always wore a jacket because of the pockets, but I might have looked
Mm,
shifty. It was back in the day where that wasn't so bad. Nowadays, it's kind of iffy to wear jackets all the time. But look, it was not the style of the time. But I'm just saying, I'm like that
where
loner kid. But wait, what? Go ahead. That seems
where are you located?
in Colorado.
You're in Colorado. You're up in the mountains. Okay.
Are you trying to get my accent down?
I'm hearing an accent, but I'm also just trying to get an idea for like yeah, like what kind of upbringing we're talking about, and I guess you're one of those highly oxygenated folks.
uh, I guess that's a good way to say it. What
I
what ethnicity do you think I am? What is my heritage, Wooly?
um okay. Let's start like this. Let's start like this. On a shade from uh the cockest Caucasian to the darkest African. I'm going to say you're probably somewhere in the 4 to 6 range. Is that accurate?
I am a bit brown.
You're a little bit brown. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It sounds about there.
Okay,
Sounds about there. Is it
what?
more 4, more 6? You know, somewhere in between.
Well,
Uh,
I don't mean it like skin color. I mean like where's my ancestors from? What is
Ancestry. Yeah, that's what's hard to peg. It's hard to peg. I don't know. It's a very I can't
what,
quite peg the accent down, but it could be a number of things.
I'm gonna
Like
I'm gonna be straight up and say I don't think you should really take account to my accent because I just think I just talk like an idiot. I
okay,
I don't know why I talk this way at all.
okay.
Okay,
Is it okay? How about this? Is it a fairly large nation, or is it more of like a small nation, like a small island?
I would say it's rather large. Yeah, it's a pretty large where my grandmother is from.
Okay, so not like
Grandmother.
Mauritius or Seychelles.
I have no idea what those are. Those are just
Okay,
words. Those are just words you
okay.
just said.
Um, I'm gonna throw out. Let's say I'm gonna throw out Sri Lanka, and I'm gonna throw out Brazil.
I'm Mexican.
Okay,
My my grandmother's from
okay,
Mexico.
all
Yeah.
right, all right.
So I'm Mexican, and you can see I have no reason to. I don't know why I talk like this. I just talk weird. I don't have a Mexican accent whatsoever.
Okay, so are you showing me the gradient of
Yeah,
tones here
yeah. I would say I'm a like. I honestly don't know what's the best way my
Y-
skin color is. I would say around here, I suppose.
around there? Okay, all right, got it, got it.
So yeah,
Um,
do I sound Mexican at all? Do I sound Hispanic at all?
no, no. You don't. But I don't know. I was just getting a vibe.
Yeah.
I was getting a kind of brown vibe. Yeah, for sure. Rad.
What?
Cool.
Yeah.
So I guess like, uh, yeah. So I'm definitely curious because it's like, dude, like you've, like the work you're putting in and like the way, the stuff that the people haven't seen yet in this animation, the way some of that looks is like it looks like there's points where it would have been easier to just kind of like move limbs around that you've you know like paint it once and then just kind of swing it around like flash
Yeah.
animations or South Park it, but
Yeah.
that's clearly not what you're actually doing. You're painting each frame.
I think you're specifically thinking about the walking down the hall close up because it's just a close up of a night just like this. Oh shit. Yeah. This is walking down the hall. It's every single frame is just a new painting. And the
Yeah.
reason at first I was just gonna draw the middle torso and then just paint an arm and then paint another arm and then paint another arm. And I tested that out for like 2 frames, and it looked terrible. It looked absolutely terrible. It was like it looked bad. I don't know what to say. So I was like,
There's just
fuck. I have, I
yeah.
have to I have to paint every frame.
It's I mean again, it's usually like when you're strapped for time, you know, people will do that, or you're strapped for budget. But um as far as like making it look good goes, yeah, you definitely need that little movement. You need the rotation of the chest, and you need the little bits and pieces. Although they've gotten pretty good at like faking it. I mean, like, you know, the 2D VTuber game
Oh
is
yeah.
one where, you know, you can see like with the Rule 63 wolves that like you can move quite a bit and in all directions and sort of simulate angles that originally were not drawn, you know. But it still is, though. It still does look the best when like each frame has its own painting. Yeah.
The major difference between that and this, because those are line art drawings that's just like normally just colored in flatly. These are just digital paintings that are moving. So if you see a painting with all this texture, just moving around, like rotating, it looks terrible. So I have to do every frame a painting, literally. And that's not me trying to, I'm not trying to brag, saying, oh wow, every frame's a painting is so great. It's like, fuck. I have to paint every fucking frame. I was gonna just be lazy and just animate the arm. Just paint the arm, doing here, here, and here. But now I have to fucking do every single frame? God damn it. Fuck me. Why'd I do this?
Yeah. God, there was a huge award-winning painting, animation that was like a Canadian thing that someone, I forget what the thing was called, but like it was an animation where every frame was literally a painting, and yeah, it won a number of awards, and I remember it just being like this insane thing because it was like pretty much this dude's life work, you know, because like it just takes such an insane amount of dedication to like making something move at like a somewhat smooth rate while putting like just insane amounts of time into each frame, obviously. um and you know, it was just like insanely impressive, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you do that once, and that again, you've accomplished that with your life and you're done, type of thing. Like no one's going to ask you to ever do that again.
Like, honestly, I'm taking a lot of shortcuts like this on this. Like, I'm using frames all the time, and also this animation is like 4 frames a second. It looks janky as fuck, but that's
Hmm.
fine because it's not about like smooth animation. It's about the seeing a picture move around that is really the why this looks good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you
it's
know,
very janky.
the FPS on any given animation is like, your brain can accept lower frame rates when it doesn't expect to see them, almost. So part of the reason why cinematic graphic novels work so well is a lot of the time is because like you're looking at drawings and your brain is like, yeah, that's a comic picture almost. Like I'm not really looking for anything to move. So what little things are moving, you're like, oh hey, look at that. That's, you know, it ends up working out in some cases. Like I feel like it's much more forgivable than when you see something fully 3D moving at a really garbage frame rate, like any game that's stuttering or the Berserk modern anime,
Ugh.
you know, because you're just like, dear God, like this should be moving smoothly. Why isn't it?
It's fine, mostly because the animation will be like this, like
Hmm.
not fast, but you can still see the movement. You
Hmm.
can still see the character moving and believably. It's not that bad. And if it is like, if it does bug people, they could just watch it at like 1.25 speed. In fact, I might just do that in editing, just make it a bit faster. But I don't know. It's mostly fine.
So we going to address the part of this where, having revealed your origins, you are the furthest thing from a Viking there could possibly be.
Well, look, I didn't want this to happen. I was wanted to
Can
talk
we
with my
just? Can we just expose for a minute the fact
Well,
that you are not even remotely close to being a
well,
Viking?
I want to be bully. This is my channel. You can't bully me on my channel. You
Is
can't
it
do that.
bullying if it's facts?
Look, it's yeah. Who are you fighting, Woolie? Woolie versus who are you fighting, huh? You getting
Uh,
scuffs? You fight anyone? Beat people up?
uh, the concept of my own fears is what I'm fighting. It is a meta concept, but hey, it's a cool helmet. You know,
Uh,
it's
uh,
it's it's and I like the symbolism of the X over where the mouth would be, implying quiet, right? Quiet Viking.
yes.
But where'd that come from?
I just, I just I just thought it sounded cool.
Yeah, what grade?
Oh, honestly, it was fairly recently.
Okay,
This
okay,
YouTuber called Dan Bull, he makes some video game rap stuff. I used to listen to that stuff when I was younger, not anymore. He had this one song called Quiet Viking. I was like, wow, that sounds cool. And then
yeah.
years later, I was like, I'm gonna take that. I'm just gonna take this for a bit.
Um, wasn't there that actual Quiet Viking movie? I think it was Valhalla Rising, where like there's no talking in it, and it's just a bunch of Vikings doing Viking shit.
I have no idea. Honestly, I don't really watch a lot of movies.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I heard really good things. But yeah, I want to say 2009. There was this movie where Mads Mikkelsen is just being a fucking Viking, and there's if I'm not, I don't, I think it has no talking in it. I think anyway, might be wrong on
No,
that.
I never heard of that. But yeah, I don't know why you had to like bring that up. I don't know. I mean,
Well, it's just
I know my voice is like off throwing. I wasn't trying to pretend to be Norwegian or whatever. There's no need for the call out, you know.
well, it's just I mean it's not about the call out. It's
Yeah,
you kind of
it was a call out though.
I
It was
mean it
it,
is it's full exposure, but it's just in case anyone was kind of like expecting something different. You know, that's all. Some people might have thought that your name would be like I don't know, Eric with a K, Bjornen Flower.
I suppose that's fair. People would assume that I have some sort of Viking ties, but no. I honestly just like the helmet. Just when For Honor came out and I saw that big Viking with the battle axe, it's like that guy looks sick. I love that guy. I want to be that guy. But I'm
Yeah.
brown and I can't be that guy. Oh.
No, you are not you're not Ragnar. You're not Frode.
I am
Yeah.
Throde, the quiet Viking. I draw stuff and I'm cool and I don't know what an accent Viking accent would be. I'm just this a simple Mexican man guy. Except I'm barely Mexican. Well, I'm Mexican, but it's, no one could tell.
Yeah, I think well, in any case, it is pretty rad. Is Demon Souls your favorite of the Souls?
Never played it. Never played it.
Oh my god. What is happening right now?
but,
Oh god.
but he just said, I'm doing do this contest. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll do that. Why not?
Are you sure this is something you want to publish live to YouTube right now?
Look, I'm not lying.
uh
I'll be honest. I never played that shitty ass game.
oh my god. Okay, all right, listen. This is not about shaming anybody for not playing games because there's a lot of games I haven't played and there's nothing wrong with being late to the party. That I'm basically in the middle of my late to the party phase right now on my channel. Um what I am surprised by is the level of commitment towards a thing that like yeah, you didn't wow, really? You're going this hard on it and you haven't played it. That's crazy. What made you
Was
do that then?
two things. One, I was like, I wonder if I could do this. All right, I guess I'll try to do this. And two, I'm very desperate to get some attention about my art because like it's very hard to be an artist online because like You spend so long. You spend like 4 hours or 10 hours on a painting. And you just upload it, and then nothing. Just nothing comes out of it.
Okay. So the subject
Yeah,
matter pretty much was like people like that. They're from soft. Let's do one of them.
kind of. Yeah, it's not me trying to bank on something. It was mostly just like it kind of is me trying to bank on something, but it's mostly just like,
Complete
all right,
100%.
all right. I'll be
That's what
honest.
we're
I'm not.
doing right now.
Look,
You're
look, look.
banking on it. You're banking on a subject
No, no,
that you haven't
no,
really
look,
looked
look.
into, and
I'm,
then you've asked me to come on and talk to you
I looked
so that
into
you
it.
can double bank on it.
Look, I'm a good person. I did my research. All the monsters and shit that's in this are from the cut content video. I looked at the cut content and I pieced it together in this
Have
amazing.
you considered Homestuck?
Look, I don't. I'm already have a home, dude. I'm already stuck at home with this quarantine.
Have you considered drawing Sans Undertale? Perhaps some Sans Undertale cross Homestuck drawings would capture some attention.
That'll give me the wrong attention, man.
Oh shit, that's wild. That's
Straight
pretty
up,
funny.
I'm not banking on the people like Demon Souls. I'll do Demon Souls. I'm banking on people watch Vadi's videos. If I make an
Mm.
animation and I win, Vadi will have to shout me out in his video. And the only way to do that is to make a big ass stupid animation that I put so much effort into. He'll have to give me a shout out. That'll give me the attention.
Well, there's the Dastardly Plan, which is
Baby.
basically like, most internet animators are kind of like, you know, trying to figure out that grind. So, respect to the hustle, man. Like totally understood on
Look,
that.
this
If it's
hustle
quality,
is
it's
a lot of
quality at
work.
the end of the
Yeah.
day.
At
But
the end
here's
of the
the
day, I've been working on this for like a fucking month. Since I finished
yeah,
the last animation, I've been working on this shit. I'm selling
but
out, but it's fucking work.
on day one. But here's what's wild though is like considering not just this animation, but like the aesthetic of, for example, Castle Super Beast animated. You draw the castle out in such a really like crazy detailed painterly way. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying that if you put the amount of work into like showing off with your own decisions, like some very souls looking shit. I'm saying that like the castle you drew in those animations was some very souls looking shit.
Yeah,
Um, and you're talking about Vatsi videos, so you're obviously like checking out those videos and stuff. And like I get the impression between that and even like the thrones that we're like sitting on in the intro, which again is fucking rad, and I mean like that shirt looks super badass and it's awesome. I just I'm There's so much Souls like uh aesthetic going on, I guess, to say that I thought that you were probably just heavily into it, and it turns out like no, not necessarily. That's just your style, and you just happen to pick this thing. But um, yeah, man, like I feel like you've been drawing swords forever.
actually, that's very interesting to hear because, to be honest, I don't really care much about fantasy at all.
Hmm.
Like,
Everything I've seen you draw has been a fantasy subject matter. That's why I'm coming at it this way.
this is true, but the the reason most of my stuff look like Dark Souls is because I hate most fantasy stuff. I don't care about orcs. I don't care about dragons. All that. I just don't like it. But you guys, you and Pat, got me into Dark Souls, and it's like, wow, this actually looks really cool. Like for so long, I was like, knights are so fucking boring. They just have these steel plate armor and all that. This looks dorky. But then seeing Dark Souls, the massive, really great art direction that series has, is like, wow, fantasy is actually really good. Like when it's done right. So whenever I draw something like a knight or something, it's because I'm drawing from Dark Souls. So this fantasy aesthetic that you see with me is actually because of you guys, because you guys got me into Dark Souls. Before that, I would not care at all about knights or fantasy or castles. I would just like think it's boring. But Dark Souls really, you introducing me to Dark Souls really got me into it, into drawing knights and fantasy and armor and all that.
Well,
So
shit.
yeah,
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. I had no idea.
yeah,
And that series did the same for me as well because I believe I infamously did say that like I mistook the franchise for just some boring EverQuest shit or just
yeah.
like uninspired Tolkien-esque fantasy, but like it turned out to be much more than that. And I was, happy to be wrong because I just hadn't seen things that I thought were interesting in in the genre, so to speak. But wow, okay, well,
Yeah.
fair enough. I feel like I have completely mispegged your uh your aura.
Well, honestly, you guys got me into a lot of stuff that really improved my art in different styles. Like, I would never heard of JoJo or Berserk or My Hero Academia if you guys didn't talk about it so much. From
Yeah, we kind of just say the same shit over and over again, and have
yeah,
been for the last 10 years. So it is what it
the
is, I
world
suppose.
though. Haha, you get it? You froze time. The world. Yeah.
Oof.
I, I don't know. It's still appreciated because like
Yeah, no, that's a cool thing to hear. I'm glad that is the case because, as I have feel I've said many times, like, um, when people come out and are just like really talented and are doing some shit where I'm just like, why are you paying attention to the dumb shit we say? Look at the cool talent thing. Look at it right there. You see that? See, that's the cool thing. He's got the, that's the Demon Slayer. It looks good. It looks cool. And I'm just like so much more impressed with that, than I'm like, yeah, it's very flattering to hear you say that. So, thank you. Now, excuse me while I dig through the content on your channel and expose what I see here. So I see 3 years ago, Pun
no,
Pun Kill Chan
no,
Speed Paint.
no, shut up, no,
Okay, and I
don't.
see Rage versus Zubaz Speed Paint. That's pretty
Look,
rad.
man. Oh no, stop.
Okay, IQ,
I can't believe you're doxing me.
Freeled, Rainbow Six. Oh, okay. We into Rainbow Six. Casca. All
You're
right.
not
Elden Ring. Mm-hmm. Big Excite. Big Excite.
coming out soon, I
Alf.
hear.
Mm-hmm. Alfredo plays. Deadpool, Mandalorian. Yeah, I see some stuff here. Dead by Daylight, Doomslayer. Okay, all right. I think I got a better vibe. I think I got a better vibe going on. So what do you then? If that's all the case, then like, what is your like? What's one of your like mainstay like things that you're into as far as like a genre or a franchise goes?
I don't know. A lot of my it's mostly just draw random shit really. In my old drawings, there's Kreia or Dark Treya from KOTOR, then there's a character from Saints Row. There's a lot of
What's
random
one what's
bullshit.
what's one of your favorite video game franchises?
Halo.
Okay,
Dun-dun-dun.
there you go. All right.
Yeah, definitely Halo was really like I did draw a lot of Master Chief armors when I was growing up.
Did you read the Cole Protocol?
A call protocol is when a ship is disturbed and no,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Okay.
Have you heard of it though?
Yeah.
I
Uh,
feel it's pretty
I
interesting.
I have heard of the Cole Protocol.
Hmm.
I have heard of it like ceaselessly, and then yeah, no. I caught on, and it is pretty cool. It's just a little bit of a gag going on in the
Yeah, yeah.
LP at the moment. Okay, okay. Well, here's this. Here's what I'll say. Um, you should probably play Demon Souls when it gets remastered. I think you'll like it. I think you'll
Hmm.
enjoy the content therein, and I think it would probably inspire you to, maybe um, do some drawings from that world. And I think, yeah, I think you'd like that.
Hmm.
You might also like the all the Viking shit going down in God of War reboot boy edition.
Boy.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Boy, have I seen that. Whoa.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, that's so fucking close.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I do.
That's holy shit. That's really good. That's fucking good, dude.
Anytime I go back and watch some cutscenes from that, I start slipping into the voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty. Okay.
Yeah, I could talk.
That's a good one. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Hey, it's your first time attempting to record discussion like this. I suggest maybe even considering you can go in there like the old radio guys, like Howard Stern back in the day, and just like overblow the bass so that when you speak, it just sounds like Satan. Yeah, it would be, you could consider something like that. So when can people look forward to this animation, or seeing, whatever you'd like to show of it?
Well, the contest ends on the 15th of August, which is very soon. It's a couple days, and I have a couple of more frames to animate. Honestly, I don't know. It's gonna happen hopefully around the 15th. Maybe after.
Before the deadline, then. So
hopefully.
Okay. So somewhere within the next 2 weeks, you guys should see some cool shit.
Hopefully.
You'll see an animation where everything looks this detailed. And I saw, again, like the first little bit of it, and it was fucking metal. It was super duper sick. So please look forward to it. Please get excited.
It is animation. Honestly, it is really good hearing anyone talk about how good it is, or how good anything I do is, because I live in a bubble. Like, I don't have anyone to see my work at all. I just do the work and upload it, and then it gets good views and gets good talking about how good it was, and that always warms my heart. My cold heart.
There you go. Oh, get out of here. You're 22. Fuck off with your cold dead heart. Look. Don't give me that bullshit. You just landed on the fucking planet. Get out of here. You don't have a cold dead heart yet.
Look, I hurt my back recently. I was picking up some bricks and concrete of my grandmother's front yard, and I fucked up my back. Yesterday I was getting up from sitting down, and I fucking threw my back out. It fucking hurt like hell.
You have been a legal drinker for 12 months. Eat shit.
And I have felt each of those months, Woolie.
You have been allowed to consume alcohol for 12 fucking months. Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Not only that, but as far as I heard, up in Denver, apparently because of the oxygen level, people get fucked up way faster.
I thought you were going to talk about the weed.
Oh, well, there's that, obviously, because, yeah, it's legal over there. No, I heard that, because your Rocky Mountain air is the regular, people that are from there have, really crazy breathing capacity because you're kind of used to breathing, higher, thinner air. And, people who come from outside that are there get fucked up way faster, and that apparently people from there that go into the lower Americas can actually hold their liquor quite well, because living up in a high altitude actually has an effect on that. But you'll find out about that at some point, I suppose.
Whoa.
Child.
Whoa, excuse me, Mr. However old you are. I don't even know, but I'm because it's rude.
The correct response is okay, boomer.
Yeah, but that's meme. That's big meme. But I feel like I want to be original. I'm a quiet Viking man, dude. I have to be original. I have a character to uphold.
Right. When the Viking warships pulled up to Mexico, huh?
Yeah.
when they landed right in Panama, in the Panama Canal, and just
I hear the Aztecs were the original Vikings.
Yeah, they were pretty fucking badass, and I didn't want to say it, but I'm a huge mark for Aztec and sort of Mayan cultural shit in terms of just like their warrior, like the like armor and the look of that whole aesthetic is just rad to me. So I mean, yeah, you 100% could have gone in that direction if you wanted to, and it would have been super sick. But Vikings are badass too. It's just that when they did land in America, North America, they landed quite a bit higher up. They landed up in Canada side of things. So
That's
you know,
just hearsay, though. The people really know what happened. Like that's just you saying like the history, whatever dumb shit that is. The truth
well,
is,
excuse me.
The truth is, the Vikings came from Mexico.
Okay, well, I was talking about Vinland Saga, but
Uh,
you can do you.
I was talking about
But
the
yeah,
truth, the real world, baby.
well, I'm just saying that the definitely there's awesome Aztec fucking like Viking energy, but it's not Viking, it's Aztec. You don't have to use the word, but it's like badass warrior energy that you can kind of pull in and do an aesthetic. You're right. You can write an aesthetic on that. I would love. God, how fucking sick would a Souls game be based in like Inca or Mayan or Aztec settings? You know,
How would that work? Oh,
like sort of like a Mesoamerican thing. Like that would be fucking sick. I mean, armor wouldn't be like as big of a thing, obviously, because it's more about like your cool ass headdress and what kind of a sick dagger you're rocking.
how many feathers you have?
Yeah, but you can kind of chalk up the stats to some more like kind of magic bullshit and sacrificing and blood and all that. Um, and then you could have a bunch of characters with a lot of T's and Z's and L's in their names and fucking it'd be rad. It'd be rad. Um, in any case, uh, I hope things work out. I am looking
Hopefully.
forward to the animation, and I also I want to say thanks for the really cool bits that you do for the podcast. Like they're usually like fucking just absolute bangers every single time. I feel like you've nailed it, and not only is the animation really good and like captures a lot of the rhythm and the funny, but like I don't know, I feel like you kind of get the moments, you get the joke, and kind of you get
Yeah.
you get the flow of it, you get the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that is missable. Sometimes people don't quite capture it, but you definitely do, and I'm happy to like anytime to throw up Castle Super Beast animated as an ongoing thing as long as you enjoy and are having fun with it. So thank you for that.
Hey, thank you for saying that. And also bringing up Castle Super Beast, there's a new shirt that came out that I drew. It's pretty. It's pretty cool. Maybe people should buy that and wear it.
Maybe they should. It's available on the Rooster Teeth store, and I've put a link to it actually in the description of my videos. So that's out there. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
But yeah. And hey, you even got a response from Tony Hawk on the that video as well, right? Like the man himself.
Yeah, that was weird. I was looking through the comments because I usually check back on those every once in a while. And this fucking Tony Hawk just came out of nowhere.
Can we leave the people? Can we end on a little teaser for what moment you think you're thinking about next?
I got 2 animations planned. One is for the release month of Cyberpunk. You'd probably, if you know any of the Castle Super Beast bits, you might know what I'm gonna animate for that. And
okay, so you're gonna have the mosaic on deck. Are we going with the hentai censor bars? Like, how are we gonna handle?
No.
What form of censorship are we going with here?
Look, you focus on other things. I was talking about like the cyberpunk aesthetic. I don't know what pervy stuff you're talking about. I'm an innocent boy. I'm 22. I don't know what sex is yet. Okay, I'm still learning. I'm still learning in this crazy world.
Quiet Virgin. Got it.
Well, I was kind of like, why'd you have to do that?
What else what else can we look forward to?
I have one planned for February. I know it's odd why I'm planning them out that way, but it's because there's specific bits. And usually when I'm just gonna animate stuff for a new month, I was just like, fuck, what should I animate? I'll look at the highlights. Hopefully there's something there I could animate.
Something for next February?
I have a specific animation in mind for the month of February next year.
Next year. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I kind of was asking are there any Super Beast bits that you were thinking about using upcoming is kind of what I was.
No, those are usually off the cuff. Whatever. I just
They're pretty off the cuff. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Never mind. I should have been more clear with my question.
No,
well,
no,
that
fine.
failed. I was trying to send us off on a little tease note, and be a little bit of a showman about it. But
look, this is my first time doing a podcast. You don't need
it's okay. It's okay. I've guided the hips. I think I've done a pretty decent job.
You have done a lot of heavy lifting.
There you go. You don't sound anywhere near as nervous as you did when we started.
Okay, well, still need to call that out there. I don't know why you.
Hey, Jay, it's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And everybody, please support the Quiet Viking channel. My name is Woolie from Woolie Versus, and I approve this message.
Wow. Well. Okay. Bye. That's the end. Blip.